Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to our monthly virtual event. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Mineral Air. It's a fantastic makeup of the stars. And to go over Mineral Air and why we all love it so much, we're going to have Gabby, our advanced laser esthetician, kind of guide us through talking about it, the pluses of what you can expect. We're also going to do a demonstration because Amy's going to be our model and she's going to show us how she does it. And I'm going to learn a few tips and tricks along the way because I will tell you, since I wear a mask most of the time, I am very good with my skincare and very good with my moisturizer and my SPF, but I kind of save a little bit on my Mineral Air, using it for special occasions. But I will tell you, as I'm starting to use it more, because it helps with my SPF too, I'm finding it really doesn't absorb in the mask like the others do. So I'm really kind of jazzed about that. So we're going to let Gabby take it over. As you all have seen Gabby, and a lot of you have had wonderful times with Gabby in treatments. Gabby's going to talk to us about Mineral Air. All right, take it away.
Before we get into Mineral Air, we want to give a special shout out this month to Neck and Deck Envy. This stuff is amazing. For those that have tried it, you already know. But this has ceramides, peptides, niacinamide, and antioxidants in it, which is all great things for moisture, for rebuilding that collagen, any pigmentation, as well as just protecting the skin against sun damage. And I believe for the next 2 weeks, for those that listen to the webinar live, we are doing 20% off, Stevie, I think. Perfect. But this stuff is amazing. I know you guys can account for that. And you bring it down your neck, and girls can have some too, and it's amazing. It's just going to help tighten and firm up the skin.
Well, it's so funny that you say it, because I was at a meeting this weekend, and literally for the last 2 years, I think we've had it for about 2 years now, right, Stevie?
Almost three.
Almost three. Woohoo! Well, I would say we've probably had that for 3 years, but I've been probably much better at it for the last 2. And I've been using it every day. And oh my gosh, I can see the difference, especially with my neck and a little bit of other areas because of our skincare. I had picture that was a little scary when I was sharing my contact information to another doctor this weekend, and I was kind of like aghast at my picture. I'm like, you need to change this. You look really haggard here. I'm like, so I have a new picture now, and it looks more like me, which is really exciting. And you don't notice these subtle changes till you have that staring you in the face. And I was like, I look like I was 80 years old. I know, before and after. I don't want to show that picture, but it works. It really works. So thank you, Gabby, on that. And I'll let you get back to it.
Perfect. So people might be wondering, what is Mineral Air? So it's really similar to the airbrush technique that a lot of makeup artists use, whether you're a celebrity or if you've ever gotten your makeup done professionally for a wedding. It uses this like nano mister so that it can kind of help just accentuate your skin. We're not trying to mask it. We're trying to make it work for you. It is a 4-in-1 foundation, so it does everything that you need. You don't need to buy new primers or concealers. It is buildable, so if you're like me and you have some spots that you want to cover up, you can do a little bit higher coverage on those, and then you can do your light coverage on the rest of your skin. It's more of a complexion line, and it is the next generation of makeup. It's also a lot more hygienic because of the air mist that it provides. We now have 11 shades of foundation, 3 blushes, and 1 bronzer. So there's something for everyone with this line. Okay, so the application is probably the coolest thing about this. This is all you need. This and a little foundation to go with it. Charger cord and you're set. You can go for forever with this. You take off the cap and fill it at the top, and it goes and sprays on your face. It's, again, no brushes, so it's really hygienic. It is TSA approved, so you can go ahead and travel with it as well. Battery life, it takes 2 hours for a full charge. Then you get 30 minutes of that continuous airflow. So, 30 minutes of that takes you about maybe 2 minutes to put on your whole face. So you have half a month right there. The awesome thing about this as well is that it has a 1-year warranty on the device through Mineral Air. So if anything were to happen with your baggage and it got a little broken up, Mineral Air does cover that. The most amazing thing is it's super hygienic. No more brushes or sponges. If you think about it, when is the last time you cleaned all of your brushes and actually cleaned them and scrubbed them and got every bit of pigment out of them? So with this, you don't have to worry about it. The one thing that you have to do each time is take a cleaner with a Q-tip and just wipe that guy out, just to make sure that there's no clogs. Otherwise, it takes you 5 seconds and it's super easy. And then there's no spreading bacteria if you're acne prone. So it's really amazing. Okay, so like I mentioned, it is a 4-in-1 foundation. So these are all you need. We have 11 shades and we have 2 different sizes in the foundation. So we have the 28 ml, which will get you about 3 to 4 months of use if you use it daily with medium coverage. And we have the 10 ml, which is my little blush here. Blush and bronzer only comes in the 10 ml, but you can also get a more travel friendly version of your foundation in this size as well. It is 10-hour tested wearability. I've literally worn this for a whole shift of just client after client and having that hot room with the IPL device in there. And it looked the same as it did when I put it on in the morning. It is free from parabens, talc, phthalates, mineral oil, gluten, basically anything you can be sensitive to. So that is awesome. And again, it's that buildable coverage and it's a satin finish. So you don't have to put any powder on or anything afterwards. So the 4-in-1 foundation, it has your primer, your concealer, it is hydrating, and it has the pigment in it. So the primer is going to help with any creasing that you can get around your nose or eyes. Concealer, like I said, you can kind of go with more of a buildable approach for acne lesions or any under eye circles. It is hydrating with some ceramides and hyaluronic acid. So it's also going to be kind of an extra step to your skincare when you apply this. Its pigment is zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, which if you guys know, I'm obsessed with my mineral sunscreens. So this is just kind of the cherry on top that it also helps with that. Okay, like I mentioned, we have 3 blushes and 1 bronzer. Amy definitely knows a lot more about when to use what than I do, but shade-wise, if you're more of a warmer skin tone, like I like to call myself jaundice skin toned. I'm a little bit more on the yellowy side. I really like the peach bronzer or peach blush, because I think it just makes you look warm, and this is my color, but if my mom were to put on this color, she'd look like a crazy person. So we always recommend come on in and get color matched, see which ones that you like and what kind of melts into your skin the best, because it's using your complexion with it. So we're not masking something and putting on a whole new color. It's going to kind of work with the tones you already have. And then bronzer, if you get a little bit more tan in the summer, this is a great addition to have. Or if you just want to carve out those cheekbones a little bit, that'll also be a good one to use. Okay, so we have some before and afters here. This is our lightest skin color. It's going to be the porcelain. And you can see it just evens everything out. For the under eyes, she's a little freckly, maybe a little bit of redness through here. And it just kind of helps to smooth everything out without making her look like a completely different person.
Gabby, I'm just going to stop you really quick and just say, what's really nice about this product is you can mix. So if you're not really like a porcelain, or if you're a little lighter than a little darker than the porcelain, but a little lighter than the light, you can mix them. It's not like, oh, well, we only have this and that's all you can use. That's absolutely not the case. You guys can mix it and come out with your perfect tone.
Exactly. And it's great too, because those microspheres from the little mist make it that much easier to kind of pick your mix. So it is awesome. Here we have dark spots coverage and freckles again. All right, this is our tan tone, and again, freckles. And then I love this one for, because I get the under eye bags and the little like squinty marks, and it's good to see that it also has coverage for dark circles. All right, and this is just a little application video just to show you how easy it is. So she's going to start with filling up the device, which is super duper easy because you just have your little reservoir that you get to fill up. And then depending on the coverage you want, a good rule of thumb is to kind of start with 5 to 8 drops in your device, apply that, see how it is. You can always add more so that you're not taking it out of your bottle and then having to either Q-tip it out or use up the rest of it that you don't need. And here they're just going in circular motions. For me, I like to really just, again, conceal first. So I like to go under the under eyes, get any acne or dark spots, and then kind of do my farther away, about 4 fingers away from the face of just overall coverage.
And remember that it's buildable. So if you want to just a light dusting, if you will, then it's just a quick spray. But if you want something that's a little bit more, then you wait. I don't remember how long was it, Gabby, that we had to wait in between? I don't remember. 30, yeah, it wasn't long. Wait for that to dry and then do another coat. And then if you want something like a lot more full coverage, then wait another 30 seconds and then just spray it on again.
That, and another good thing to add is, it is a satin finish, so it's not exactly dewy, but it's not exactly matte. We do have a mattifying setting, I guess, spray that you can put on afterwards using the same device, and it can help mattify if you have a little bit more oily skin. All right. Well, goodness, you guys made that easy for me.
I have a
All
question. There's a question.
Okay.
So is the mixing of the shades all done in the reservoir or on the face? Good
Yeah, it's
question.
done in the reservoir. You're gonna want to just take your whichever shades that you decide that you want to use, and then you're just going to put them in the reservoir, which is this little top thing right here. And what the best thing to do is on the top, this little rubber piece goes over it. You're going to hold your finger over that and hold it on over where it sprays, and then just push down. That way, what it's doing is it's mixing those 2 colors together. That's the important thing. You want to mix those colors together.
I'll get off the screen share so that we can spotlight Amy so that she can show a little bit easier for us. There we go.
Okay, so Gabby, cover your ears. I got a little sun. I did wear my sunscreen, I just didn't reapply it. So my fault. So I am in that in-between stage right now. I couldn't take all of my makeup off. I still obviously have my eyeshadow on, but I don't have any foundation on. So please don't judge me. Okay. So we're going to take, very important, 2 really quick things. Shake. And then if you are going to travel with this, make sure that it has leaked when I've traveled. So just make sure that you twist that cap on tight. Okay. My other lamp went out. Gosh, now I'm nervous. Okay. Shake. I start off with about 8 drops because I feel I can add more to the reservoir if I need it, but I can't put it back into my little container here. Okay, and I'm trying to do this without glasses on. Okay. So you're gonna just take it. I'm gonna be looking over here at this mirror so I can see. So 4 fingers, and you're just gonna spray it. You see, I have that little red spot. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm just going to cover it.
You have such clear skin.
Gabby, you're so sweet. Okay, so I did a little bit more fuller, what do I want to say? Full coverage. So I ran out, so I'm just going to add a little bit more.
Another good thing to note is, say if you put on too much blush, a really good trick that the rep from Mineral Air taught me is take clean hands, freshly washed, and you can kind of warm them up and just kind of soften it a little bit so that it helps blend. But then, you just cleaned your tools. So you can kind of just soften it a bit, because I have what I like to call the too much gene, where I will always do too much. So
You're cute.
if you have that like me, you can also, you can dab it under your eyes, you can soften it up on your cheekbones. That's just something that I have to do, because no matter what, I will always apply too much. It's just who I am.
Okay. I think I look a little white again. You know why I already told you. So that's it. So now I'm going to just do a little bit of blush. Oh. So you just have to remember, because you're going to get 2 reservoirs. You're just going to take it off and use this one for your blush. And for my blush, I literally only use like 3 drops because I don't want to overuse.
It's pretty pigmented. And you can also, what's great about this is you can kind of, almost like your spot, covering a zit, you can also use the blush for your lips. So if you packed really light and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot a lip color, you can kind of center it on there and get a little bit of a color on your lip.
That is so cool. I didn't know that trick. And I travel, as everyone knows, I'm back on the road speaking probably 2 times a month. And so I can attest that it's so wonderful not having all of this insane amount of stuff to have in my quart-sized container. So that's awesome.
Marianne,
Thank you.
When I was told that, my mind was blown. But you just, as long as you center the little nozzle with your lips in the mirror, because I have also accidentally sprayed it right here. So, so as long as you center it correctly, it is such a cute lip color, because I think it's always nice when you have matching blush and lip. And it looks nice and natural.
Okay.
Smoking.
Under 2 minutes.
It's amazing
I like
how
my
much
blush
faster.
a little darker, but you get it. But
Beautiful.
I feel better now that I have some makeup.
Well, I think it's important to remember too, as we're looking at how beautiful Amy looks now, is how important just understanding what we put on our face, how it can hamper our natural biofilm and our microbiome, as I was learning this weekend. And we know that this is safe and it's not going to hinder or cause problems with your ocular surface. As a lot of you guys know, I talk about that constantly. Whatever we put on our face migrates to the eyes, and we rub our eyes constantly throughout the day. And you're going to migrate that into the ocular surface, causing damage to the cornea and the structures, messing with your vision, contact lenses, you name it. This is safe and healthy, and you look glowy, my darling. And it looks great. It looks really great, and it's fast. I don't know about you, but when I saw the Simpsons cartoon years ago where Homer had the makeup shotgun, I don't know if anybody remembers that. I'm like, I need makeup. And this is it's lovely and it feels good. It's not cakey. It's smooth and effortless. And oh my gosh, for those of us that don't do a good job with makeup, this is a marvelous thing.
Oh, yeah. We have another question. So first it says, "You're beautiful, Amy."
Oh, thank you.
After 10 hours, can you reapply without cleansing your face? So yes and no. If you're going to sleep, wash your face. But if you're still going out, of course, you can do touch-ups. I mean, I've had longer days than 10 hours where I still feel like it works really well, but also I have more of drier skin. So I don't really have the oily skin that can make it not last as long. So you can definitely touch up, but wash your face before bed.
And also just a really quick little thing, if you, for us older people that have the
Oh my
fine lines
God.
and wrinkles, what's really nice is it doesn't cake in there. You know how some of the foundations can do that, like it cakes in there and you can see those lines and creases. It absolutely does not do that. That's why I love this product. I love this product.
Another question, has anyone had experience with recharging internationally? Any special attachments needed?
Ooh,
So
that's a
it
great
is
question.
a USB plug-in, so like the ones you'd use for your phone that you plug it into the little box in the wall. So I assume if you can get a box that has the international plugins, as long as it has a USB adapter, then you're set.
Yeah.
I can
Yep.
attest to it when I had to go deal with our daughter in France this year, and it worked great because I just plugged it into my laptop, and I actually have a battery backup, and I can just plug the USB port in. It works great. And plus, again, let me tell you, I had it. I charged it before I even traveled, and I kept that cord just in case. And literally, I mean, in the 10 days I was there, I really didn't have to charge it. So, but it was nice to know I had that just in case. So, don't worry, it'll work.
Another great thing to keep in mind is this is an extension of your skincare. It's going to be moisturizing, which all skin types need. Even if you're more on the oily side, you always need moisture. So this is really good I love to recommend it for my acne prone people, because I am the type, I used to buy a new foundation and I would just play a guessing game of, am I going to break out tomorrow? This, I never had that. I never worried about it. And so it is so, so nice.
Oh, would you quit
And
sitting there looking like a model?
God, I love you so much.
It's just like
Remember, after you put all of your makeup on, there is a setting spray. It's not, you don't necessarily have to use it, but if you do use it, it does make, especially with the mask. I mean, we work in obviously the medical field, so we still have to wear our masks. So if you use the setting spray, it tends to last a little longer. Also, Gabby was talking about moisturizer, hydrating your face. There is another thing that kind of is, it's the Mineral Air, and that is the rapid response hydration. Let me just, right in your purse. I'm telling you, it's the best thing ever. So you just pull this off, the little reservoir. Can you guys see this? I don't know. Is right here. You fill it up, and then you open it. I don't know. Let's see. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Can you see
Awesome.
that coming out?
Yeah.
This feels so, like I would sit here and do this all day if I could. It feels absolutely amazing.
And it's so good too, especially as we get into the more drier months. You can use that on top of makeup without disrupting anything, since it's such a fine mist. And it's just moisturizing and your skin loves it. Post-treatment skin loves it because it just has all those ceramides, and it is so amazing. And the tiny little particles are able to get into your skin better. So we always say in skincare, small particles first. That's because they need to go deeper into the skin.
And what's really nice is it has a timer. You lift up, you do it for as long as the mist is coming out, and then you're done. And you can do it. It requires you to do this at least 5 times a day, but you can do that more. Like, it just makes your skin feel, and if you can see, my skin looks just really glowy right now. Oh, I just love it. Sorry.
Well, thank you for reminding me about that. I always forget about that, and I should make sure I'm packing that.
Yes. Oh my
especially
gosh.
on those
Every woman deserves to have one in their purse.
I agree. I agree. I think it's been so much fun learning about this because I don't know about all of you, but I was a nerd. So literally I didn't know anything about makeup and I was doing all the wrong things. I didn't even know about primer. I remember one day being at a conference and someone's telling me, well, what kind of primer do you use? And I just looked at them and went, primer? Isn't that what you do painting the house? Clue.
Oh, I like to joke that this is gonna sound mean. It's stupid proof because I can't do makeup. Okay, like I had to do
Me
makeup
neither.
in school, and I'm pretty sure they pity passed me because they just felt bad because I was so
Yeah.
bad at it. And because, but this has made it so much easier, and I can actually, when I do wear makeup, I don't look like, one shade here, one here, and unblended here, and it has made it so much easier.
It is,
Well, now-
what's nice is you don't have, okay, think about your makeup bag. When you have your makeup bag, you have to have, like Dr. Foley said, you have to have a primer and you have to have the foundation, and then you have to have the, for me, I do like a pore filler. You don't need all of that. And then the brushes and the sponges, all you need is this. Like it's so cool.
Well, you look fantastic, Amy. I mean, not that you don't already, but it's amazing the transformation for sure. And so it's just reminding me, even though I'm wearing that mask all the time and I'm good with my skincare, that I probably need to be doing this as a pick-me-up every day. So you're going to get me back on the wagon again. But yeah, I love it. Like you said, it's so easy and simple. You can't go wrong. You can't make a mistake. I do like the idea of being able to use your fingers around the under eyes because, I mean, sometimes when you're closing your eyes trying to do that, and it won't damage your ocular surface, so you don't have to worry if it gets in your eye. Just a little bit, it's fine. You don't have to worry.
Another good question real quick.
Oh, go ahead, Gabby.
How
Sorry.
does this work with the Fully Vision mineral sunscreen on top? So if you're talking about the original Sunkissed, I like to apply my liquid Sunkissed first, then do my makeup. Throughout the day, you can use the Sunkissed powder every 2 hours, like you're supposed to reapply. And since the Sunkissed powder is translucent, it's not going to mess with your makeup. If anything, it's great also if you are running more on the oily side to have a little bit of that setting powder. But so whether you want to reapply or not, I always say reapply, but it won't mess with your makeup.
All right. I think that does it for tonight. I think we have a little prize though coming around. So Stevie,
Before
you
we
get
do
to
that,
be,
Dr. Foley,
yeah?
sorry, before we do that, we need to remind them what our next month is going to be.
Yes. Next
Who has that?
month,
I don't have that.
we're going to fall into IPL. And we're going to
That's right.
live treatment in the webinar. So that's the last Wednesday of next month. So that's going to be September here. And we're looking at,
30th?
I think that's, September 30th. No, hold on. September
so.
28th. September.
Oh, my bad.
I was agreeing with you. I was like, go for it.
Hi. We'll look at the resolution, all of that good stuff, so that we can talk about how we use IPL intensive light to treat ocular surface disease. But it's amazing because, we've had all the sun damage during the summer and we want to reverse that because, gosh darn it, that sun damage drops that collagen and elastin and starts losing some of that firmness, which also helps with our ocular surface. So IPL is a wonderful refresher come the fall. So Gabby's going to be talking about it and showing us, and we'll be experimenting on a couple of things there with that. So let Stevie take it away here.
Do we hear that?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. All right, horse is really, that's the best. That's the best part. You guys have all the hard work. All right, so here we go. Okay. All right.
Drum roll.
For the winner, I should say the winner is, oh my
Did we tell them what they're winning?
kit. What does it include?
The
T-shirt.
device, and then 2 of the reservoirs on top. So you can get a blush and a foundation and not be mixing them up.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right.
Does not come with makeup.
No, does not come with makeup, but you're gonna have to come in and get color matched. So there you go. That'll be fun. And I already know who it is, and you guys are sitting there in suspense, but I'll let you know. Her name is Terry. I think we've heard of her before. There she is. You, congratulations, my dear, have won a new
Great.
Mineral Air.
My favorite girl.
Congratulations, Terry.
And
Yes,
just
congratulations, my dear.
Just to say again, for those that watched today, Neck and Deck Envy is going to be on sale for the next 2 weeks, 20% off. And this stuff is a life changer.
Love it, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, I think there was one other question that came in.
No, she just said, oh my gosh,
Oh,
thank you. And I was saying, you're welcome, sweetheart. So there, I don't have to type it now. Mhm.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We appreciate everybody tuning in. And next month, remember, fall into IPL. We're going to have a great time. Going to be lots of more goodies and fun prizes. And you guys enjoy the rest of your week and take in these last rays of summer. Well, with your SPF on, right? Your sun kiss. Here we go. All right. Take good care, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming.